Welcome back to Get Well Soon, the red pill content of Welly F, aka Moriarty. Long time no here. Yeah, I know. Look, I would like to try to keep this short, but who knows where this is gonna go? It's so much to talk about. It's so many things that have happened since the turn of the year. Here we are, 2021. Not a lot has changed. Not a lot has changed from a spiritual perspective. I think that, if anything, we are starting to witness the soul of society slowly erode and go into a place that it may never come back from. I've always been told that an honest politician is a dead politician. And at this point in my life, I feel like that is one of the realest things that a person can say. And I feel sorry for anybody out there that thinks otherwise. I mean, let's all be honest. Because if you're not a politician, it's more likely that you're probably being as honest as you can be. I don't hate politicians. I don't admire them. I don't wish death upon them. I just look at them as Wall Streeters, so to speak. They're, in a sense, career criminals. Sort of like those hedge fund guys that screwed over the GME stocks and the AMC stocks. Just they're what people have conceived to be a necessary evil. And it's really sad to me that we as humans believe that evil is truly necessary. I'm just looking around me now, and all I see is hypocrisy day after day after day. Mainstream media, as usual, on their biased nonsense, telling us what to think, telling us what to feel, telling us what to fear, telling us what to eat, telling us what to drink. Consume, whatever I say, consume. And it comes from a place of do as I say, not as I do. We are a nation of children. We are a world of children. Most governments across this floating rock of ours have no good intentions for their people. They like to ride the cock of the prime minister in New Zealand like she's some type of saint or Jesus type figure that has it all figured out because she's a woman. But how many times have we actually heard from the New Zealand citizens about how they feel about what's going on in New Zealand? You know why you probably haven't heard much? Because the mainstream media that you listen to doesn't want you hearing from them. They only want you hearing from their global cronies, their little mates that they drink tea with, that they go on their explorations with, their $1 billion boys club shit. We're not allowed. We're peasants. So guess what? The information that's being peddled to you is the information that the elites want you to know about, because they know that information that I hate calling them elites because in my opinion they're really parasites. They're parasites because they leech off of our ignorance. The more ignorant we are, the more power they get, the more power they get to absorb. We relinquish our power day after day by the dumb decisions we make. As a black man, I see it in our community all the time. The counterproductiveness in the black community is mind-boggling. Like, I can go on for a whole hour on how almost everything we advocate for is against our best interest. And I'm gonna say it again. Almost everything that we advocate for is against our best interest. Think about that. Think about a group of people so ignorant that when they get up and make their voice heard, the only thing it's doing is actually hurting them. Like, That's baffling to me. And that's what motivated me to even record this little rant today. Because I'm just sitting here like we're dropping bombs. We're doing airstrikes in Syria again. We're making Mr. Potato Head. He's just it's just a potato. I mean, why is a potato? Why are we even discussing the gender of a fictional character that is a potato? Like, this is what we come to. This is the stuff that we advocate for. We don't want our children to know what a boy or a girl is. We want to teach our children that there are 777 genders. We don't want to teach our children how to create laws and pass bills. We don't want to teach our children how to do taxes. We don't want to teach our children how to be craftsmen. We don't want to teach our children that it's okay to be, philosophers, doctors, psychologists, nurses. We don't want to teach our children that it's good to be healthy in a sense that provides a long-term well-being that will benefit you and your kids and hopefully strengthen your genetics and strengthen your immune system and so on and so forth. Do we even really care about our kids? Because when I look up and I see the type of things that are being passed, the type of laws that are being passed, and the type of things that are being advocated for, I almost feel like the older generation is trying to prey on the young generation. This older generation of Gen Xers and older millennials, they come off like pedophiles to me. Like, seriously, it's almost like they want to eat the young. They have no desire to strengthen the young and make the young actually independent and trustworthy, so to speak. I mean, just they don't want them to be highly functioning beings. They're just food. They're just being groomed to be eaten like a cow that's being raised for slaughter. This is the world in 2021. The world in 2021 is a place where you can only see a person's eyes. Everybody's obsessively washing their hands and pretending to be germaphobes. Nobody wants to leave the house. People are getting fat overnight because nobody wants to be physically active because they're scared of a mutation of the flu strain. What have we become? We have regressed to a point of no return. Jesus. This is what makes it hard to record these days. Because whenever I decide I want to record, something dumber happens and I can't even focus. The world has become a cesspool of stupidity. And it didn't happen overnight. This was a slippery slope that began 30, 40 years ago. We just happened to be in the center of it. We're witnessing it from a different viewpoint. Our little smart box that we keep in our hands 24/7, it's just a different viewpoint. 10, 15 years from now, half of y'all are going to have chips in y'all head and y'all are going to be able to view it from that viewpoint. It's scary times ahead, man. Call me a doomer, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm just looking at reality for what it is and how I see it and how I interpret it. Anyways, I can go on forever like I said, but I won't. Hopefully you hear from me again. And hopefully it's not too long into the future. But either way, it's always a joy. It's always a pleasure. So, until we meet again.